Yeah, and we got to get into this review, man. So,
Oh,
Kanye West, Ty Dolla Sign, Vultures 2.
came out of nowhere, man.
Out of nowhere, bro. No warning, no promotion. That's kind of what Kanye's been on in recent years, really.
Yes,
Yeah.
this album drop came randomly out the blue. Like I said, I had no idea that he was still dropping the Vultures too. I honestly had forgot that it was coming.
Yeah.
Now, overall thoughts, like just general, like as a whole. When you first playthrough, what did you think?
So first playthrough, and I'm talking the whole project. There is some standout tracks on here. Like that's what stuck out in my mind. Like songs like Field Trip, Promotion, River. I like. I even like Dead. Like especially the back half of it. Like there's a lot of, and that's what you expect as a supporter of Kanye West music, and Ty Dolla Sign's music especially. I'm a big Ty Dolla Sign fan. That's what you expect. So I wasn't surprised by that. What I was surprised by is just how unfinished and kind of messy this album can be at times as well.
And let me jump in with that. I second that. So what I want to say is, off first listen, there are some songs that I love.
Yeah.
And I think that was refreshing because there's some amazing production on this album. Like you said, Field Trip, but also Fried.
Fried is fire.
Like I remember just those two back to back. I was in my car like, oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're doing here. I'm in. Right. Like the production, the vocals, the mixing, like those two, Field Trip and Fried, into each other, great. Also, I loved River as well. I would also say, man, as much as I love, so this is how I kind of view this project. The production and some of the sonically, there's some of the songs on here that I love.
Right.
But at the same time, it's hard to ignore how Kanye's lyricism is trash now. And it's been on the decline for a while. It does not sound, on some of these songs, it doesn't even sound like he tried. It's just, he's just saying random stuff. And maybe if I went into this album and I didn't know Kanye West, I might not judge it as critically as far as the lyrics because I might be like, okay, this is cool. You know what I mean? It's great production. The lyrics are all right. But because I know the past albums and the past lyricism that Kanye has displayed, it's hard for me to then hear him rap like this.
Right.
So there's some songs on here there. Which one is the one where he just randomly does the worst freestyle in America for like 2 minutes at the end? Which one is that?
For me,
that was
at 5:30, was it?
Yes, that's the one it was. 5:30, like he spends the last, and it was a beautiful song. Like the production was great, and then he decides to spend the last 2 minutes of it doing a horrible freestyle about Drake, and it's just like, bro, what are we doing? Like,
it's lazy. That's really what it is. That's what I took away from it. It's like a lot of these sound like reference tracks, like
Facts.
especially towards the end. And with you being one half of this project, right? Like Ty Dolla Sign, I thought harmonically was great.
Yeah, I thought he performed well on this.
He to me is one of the highlights. I love Futures. I think it's his feature on Promotion, if I'm not mistaken. Or something like that. But like, I love the Lil Wayne on this project. I love that.
I liked your boy on here, man. I like the Thug verse.
Yeah, Thug. It was,
you know what?
It was good seeing Thug.
It really was, and I think that this reminded me that I miss Young Thug's sound.
Yeah.
And like, because I hadn't heard it in a while, I think that when it comes on this song, I'm like, I forget that he does the mumble rap the best.
He does.
Like he does it at a high level, and he sounds so distinctly different than everybody else.
He's the Tom Brady of mumble rapper.
You're on to something. You're on to something there. I like that. I would have to agree, and I think that River reminded me of that, and River specifically was one of the songs that stood out to me amongst a bunch. I thought that it was amazing to me how he was able to go from Young Thug's verse about BBLs and whatnot, and then it ends up going into the sample of "Take Me to the River" towards the end, and kind of low-key turns into a gospel song.
Yeah. By
the end of the song,
makes no sense.
And that's something that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But just to stay on this album, Lifestyle was cool to me too. Yeah. There are definitely some moments. Like there are some songs on this album that I will be going back to.
Yeah.
I've already gone back to Fried a lot. I've already gone back to Field Trip a lot. There are definitely some standout songs. I will say that on social media, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. I haven't seen a lot of promotion of this album, which is shocking to me.
I think, And I think the reason for that, I haven't seen it either. And I think the reason for that is because, you know, Kanye's not hitting algorithms for reasons, you know, from past things that he said, you know, antics that he's done. But I think like.
So would you say that you think he's being blackballed?
I would say so. Like, what is it when you're like on Instagram, you go in the search bar, you can't necessarily find
shadow banned.
Shadow banned. I feel like he's been shadow banned to an extent too.
I agree too.
And I can't say he hasn't deserved some of it at least. I feel like he's deserved it. Like,
he's worked hard to get there.
Yeah, he
for sure.
Almost purposefully. Bro.
Yeah, like he's worked hard to try to get.
Yeah.
And
for reasons only he knows. I don't know why he would do this, but
yeah, I'm not sure either, because he's definitely going out of his way to say outlandish stuff for attention, and I think he's gotten the attention that he wanted, but I don't think it's worked in his favor.
I don't think so, and I was gonna say this too before we moved on and moved to another aspect of it. I think he's the worst part of this album. There's certain moments.
Did you say Kanye West is the worst part of Kanye West's album?
And imagine that, bro. And like when it comes to production, I'm sure he had a hand in it.
I would say vocally, yes.
Vocally, for sure. As a producer,
I can't, because the production on here is crazy.
It's crazy, but it's always crazy. Like
I don't think Kanye could produce bad.
If he even tried, I think that's the one thing he just absolutely can't do.
Because even when I listen to a song like Fried,
yeah,
it sounds like he used, I'm not sure, it sounds like the same sample used on Carnival.
Yeah, it does.
And the way that if it is, the way that he was able to flip that same sample and make an entirely different sound, it's just amazing. So but vocally, I could not, and lyrically, I could not agree with you more. There are just some wasted moments, like, on this album.
You almost have to filter him out of his own song. Like, that's the craziest part. Like, you almost have to filter him out from, like, the magic and beauty of some of these songs, how they're composed, how they come together, how Dolla $ign, like, puts his mastery on top of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of just like, and I felt like this on the first Vultures. Like, I like the first Vultures, I think, better than this project. For that reason.
I think he did the same lazy thing on that too with some of his lyrics. I don't know. I think that I think that more of Vultures 1 is solid.
Right.
There's more solid songs on there, but I think the songs that I really like on this one, I like more than the songs on Vultures. So I think this one, if I had to take if I had to take my favorite songs from both Vulture projects, I think I like more of my favorites will be on this one.
Yeah.
I think there's more songs on this that I'm going to revisit than the ones on the first Vultures. Okay. I really don't revisit much of anything on the first Vultures.
Do you think there's
other
a
than
monster song like a Carnival on here? Do you think Promotion kind of fits that bill?
I think Promotion could be. I think Fried could be. Fried is going to be in the movie. There's no way. It sounds big. A lot of the songs on this album sound big. Yeah, they sound big and grand. Like, I can already envision one of my random career goals at some point is to score a movie. And that's just a random career goal of mine. Yeah. And when I hear this, like when I hear Vultures 2, a lot of this I can already envision it in movies, in movie trailers, and because that's how it sounds. It sounds very cinematic.
It does. It sounds like I can. Because that's the one thing I always appreciate about Kanye West music. Like, even in Yeezus, which isn't among it's like one of my least favorite Kanye albums, but at least I can envision it in, like, a concert or, like, with him performing on stage and just the added imagery that comes with it. Like, I can envision it kind of being a different experience. And I can say the same thing probably with this album. If Absolutely. I heard it play out in, like, Dolla $ign, Kanye West, like, event or concert or something along those lines, I could see it kind of being this mountainous or seismic moment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.